Hello, this will be the weekly reading for June 20th through the 26th, 2016 for divine partnerships and soul connections. All right, so I've already shuffled the cards. So, as always, there will be two separate rows for separate energies for the week. Whichever row resonates, you might resonate with more than one of these two energies for the week. So we'll start with the first half of the week, which is 34, a leg up. Okay, so a leg up, it's kind of like, I get what I'm feeling like in the midst of feeling left out in the cold, feeling in isolation. It kind of reminds me of the Five of Pentacles in tarot, but it's like that isolation feeling, that left out in the cold. In the midst of this, you actually have an advantage at this point. It's like you've come to an ending, a finish line. The flags to me always represent a finish line in this deck. So it's like you've reached a point, like you've reached a destination where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be in this space for a reason or purpose, the beginning of this week. And you better believe that it has something to do with divine spirit. Divine spirit has brought you here. 3 and 4, so 34. Those numbers are very significant because they do represent the archangels. They also represent spiritual guides, the ascended masters. It's like spirit working with you and for you in your highest good. There's something to this. It's something that is of a karmic situation. It's bringing a sense of where you are right now in the beginning of the week. So when you're in this state of you're feeling a little bit down, you're feeling left out in regards to this connection in relation to this other person, or just with life in general, know that you actually have an advantage here. You're brought here for a purpose. This is the state that you're supposed to be in right now. Okay, so for the other party in the beginning of the week, we have 38 to be fair. So there's something that will be balanced. Maybe there was some injustice. They will see that they weren't so fair in a situation, that maybe they feel that they have wronged you in some way, or if you are this person, you feel that you have wronged them. If this is how they feel, this energy, they're feeling left out, emotionally left out in the cold. And this person, they kind of, they balance their logic a little bit. They're seeing things a little more clearly now. Their perspective is changing, and they may see, they weren't so fair in the way that they approach the situation. Or there's wisdom here too, because there's an owl here in the card. So they also too have a flag in this card. So this energy is at the finish line of something. They're at this point for a reason. Spirit also brought them here, and this is a karmic thing. This is something that they need to approach within them, that maybe they have not been so fair in this whole connection, or with themselves or with others, and it's a pattern that they need to break. And they realize that, they get the sense of that. So it's something in relation to this energy. The reason why you're feeling cold is it's something that you have an advantage to see something a little more clearly here. And for them, they're going to see the injustice of their acts, or if there was some injustice between the both of you, it will be brought to the surface. They will have that wisdom and a change of perspective. Okay, so the second half of the week, for the first energy we have is Imagine 20. So it's kind of going into a meditative state a little bit, and it could also be some dreams of the other party. and it may give you some guidance, um, whether you're meditating or you're dreaming during your night sleep. You may connect with the other party in your dreams, and you need to pay attention to those dreams and what they symbolize. So if you can, if you're meditating, do write down any symbols that you see if that person does come to you, or any messages or guidance that you get, to write that information down, write the guidance down. And also in your dreams, when that person visits you in your dreams, to write those messages down as well, so that you can look back on the symbols, or even, seek some divine guidance to clarify what these messages mean. And for the other party, we have clean it up 21. So they know, but they have to clean up their act. And this is also in relations to the connection, but also within themselves, because there's a little bit of imbalance, and they're getting a sense of that. They're getting an understanding here. It's like they're weighing the scales, so they know that there is some imbalance here, and they need to clean up their act. And this is a point that's pivotal in their, or in your, whoever this energy is, in your journey or in your life's path. And you need to clean up your act. And if it's in relations to the other energy, it's something that you need to clear up. You need to make sense of something, because the other party, they may be confused about what's going on. They will get some guidance here. There will be some guidance gained, but it's something that this person can clear up. It's clearing the air, and they need to get their stuff together, because they're acting unjust, and they will face those issues. So for the third half of the week, we have 18 serendipities. I hope I'm saying that right. So you'll see that things just pan out in a way. It brings a completion to this cycle. It's like a karmic situation that is going to end, and it's going to end in a beautiful way. It's like things just come together perfectly, unexpectedly. It's like it's like a surge of good luck, or it's just that energy of good luck or feeling lucky. And it's also a sense of a new beginning, one thing ending and a new thing beginning. It's like you're free. You're free of whatever was holding you back in the beginning of the week, or feeling that isolation and that confusion. It's feeling something has been completed. And I feel like whatever it is, it's kind of cleaning up, this person cleaning up their act, and you're feeling that as well. You're feeling, because there's something that they're holding back from themselves, and they're not being fair by doing that. They're not even being fair to themselves by doing this. So for the other party, for the I'm sorry, the third half of the week, 7, go to C. Sorry, I'm tongue tied, and my cat's scratching me. 7. So spirit is leading them somewhere emotionally. They're just being guided by the divine to face their emotions a little bit. So once they clean up their act and they sit down with themselves, and they gain that wisdom that maybe they weren't being fair with you, or in this connection, or you weren't being fair with them, whoever this energy is, you're not totally comfortable with sitting in your emotions and dealing with it, but spirit is guiding this. So it's kind of like there's no choice but to face your emotions and feel what you feel, and just allow things to just flow. And this could even be some tears, some emotional healing that needs to be done, and spirit is orchestrating this. It's leading you somewhere that you can't see. Okay, so for the end of the week, for the first energy, we have 36, come to the edge. So there's going to be a leap of faith that needs to be taken, and it's an act of love. And I feel like it's an act of love for yourself. The other party will be taken into consideration, but for the most part, it is, stepping out on faith and in love for yourself. and what's in your highest good. And they will bring harmony into the situation when you take that leap of faith for yourself. It's something it's something that's not necessarily easy, but it's needed. And it's like you'll feel so much freer when you do this. And Spirit is also guiding you to make this decision or to take this leap, because in all actuality, this spiritual connection is really about yourselves and the things that you need to heal and face within yourself, as you know. Sometimes it's hard to face yourself, and sometimes it's hard to even put yourself in on that pedestal that the other person has been on for so long. And it's kind of like living for yourself and coming to the edge of your journey and just taking that leap of faith. It's kind of like the Fool card in tarot, and this is taking action, taking that leap of faith for yourself. And it's going to bring a completion, it's going to bring an ending. You're going to feel that it's like you're trusting. It's scary, but you're in a space where you are trusting of where you're going. You don't know exactly where this fall is going to lead you or where you're going to fall, but you know that it's for your highest good, and you do it with love, and you do it with love for yourself, and you send love to the other person as well. So the other energy for the end of the week, we have 33, chaos and conflict. So Spirit is really working on this energy this week. There's a lot of lessons that need to be learned. I feel like these flags are also finish lines, but they can also represent lessons that need to be learned, like a task. So it's something that they have to face within themselves. There's a lot of animal totems in this weekly reading. There's polar bears, there's deers, and there's a giraffe. You could look up these totems to see what their significance is. But there's something within this person where they're not in harmony with themselves, and they have to face it time and time and time again until they get the lesson, because they're having a hard time with facing their emotions. Although they know that they have not been acting unjust, or they have been acting unfairly to others and in themselves, and they have to face this, and they have to feel what they feel, and they're not totally comfortable with that because they're not in control. Spirit is in control, so they feel a sense of chaos. So right here, chaos and conflict, they feel very conflicted within themselves, that they have to face what's going on within them. They don't want to do that. They're not comfortable with doing this, but what Spirit is trying to do is bring harmony within themselves. So just as it's kind of like a mirror effect here. This energy is, kind of in a better, they'll end up in a better state this week, and I feel like they'll be more open and receptive to just, living for them and loving them. And that this energy is in conflict. They don't want to face themselves. They don't want to feel any of their emotions. They rather be in denial of what's going on within them, but they have to clean up their act. They have to. Okay, so the overall energy that's on the surface this week is we have 22 yin and yang. So both of you are aware that the things that you're going through are directly in relations to one another, and the connection and what you're going through. You are aware of that these things that you're going through, or you are aware of the connection. You are aware that maybe there is some discord, there's some disconnect there. You are aware that maybe there's not so much stability between the both of you. There's not as much harmony or a solid foundation right now as it could be. So for the hidden energy, we have the Arrow Master hitting the mark, intention and detachment, number 10. So again, Spirit is aiming for things to just, you have to release your hands off the wheel. You have to release it and allow Spirit to take over. And that's what's being done until it gets completed, number 10, until it gets completed, until the lessons are learned, till this party learns their lesson and detaches and allows Spirit to take hold and not try to take hold of everything, or be so much in control in a way where you're not in faith or trusting, and you're not living in your truth. And it's kind of like being in denial. And Spirit is going to get you to that state of where you're detached. All right. So that is the energy. I apologize. I'm a little, I have a little kitty here. He's getting on my nerves. He's scratching me. So that was the reading. I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much. I send you all lots of love this week. Bye-bye.